Opening day at Old Delmar and the Oceanside Stakes is the opening day traditional feature, and we're going to take a look at the eighth race where the turf meets the surf. Starting at the rail at a mile, it is Manhattan up. Now, usually when you look at turf races at Delmar, you want to take a look at deep closers who can get that final run. And it seems like a lot of times the speed just stops when they hit the top of the stretch. We'll see. It does vary depending on the course condition, how dry the turf course is, and whether the rails are out. But I'm going to handicap this as playing to closers and try to find that deep closer who can get that final kick. Now, Manhattan Up comes in 2 for 8, and his last race he was ran evenly in the Affirm Stakes. He goes to the turf for the second time. Now, his first time in the Eddie Logan last fall, he was 16 to 1 and did not run well. I think he'll run better. I'm not sure I can make the case for him on the win end. Roger That is a strong contender, ships in from Europe, first start in America, and finished 7th by 4 lengths at Santa Anita at 5 furlongs in kind of a prep for this race. So it's actually his first start at Del Mar and a second start in North America. I think he's a live shot in this spot. Martin Garcia takes a call, and I think you want to take a long look at Roger That. Jasikan, John Sadler sends out this son of bated breath. Now this horse, again, another horse who runs with a closing running style. I think he'll be strong, but I also think he'll be bet down in this spot. So Jasikan, definitely one of the favorites. Legends of War for Doug O'Neill. Second his last race out at 5 furlongs, stretches out to a mile. He lost to Jasikan at a mile earlier at Santa Anita, and now he's going to try to turn the tables at Del Mar. He's a son of Scat Daddy. He fits. I think he gets a good trip. I'm just not sure he can close the deal and really be the best closer in this race. The King of Speed had some good class last year as a 2-year-old. Hasn't really trained on this year. 0 for 3 this year and just 3 starts, including 1 in February, 1 in April, and 1 in June. So maybe they've been kind of saving up for a Del Mar or fall campaign, but I'm not sure King of Speed is going to be the most likely winner in this spot. City Rage went wire to wire the last time, held on after setting soft fractions. Don't see a lot of speed in this race, so I think he could take them a long way again, and it is possible he is still improving with only 3 lifetime starts for City Rage. Overall, I'm going to have to lean against him. More ice. This horse has a string of 1 mile and 1 mile and a 16th races. I like the little bit of a cutback off a couple of mile and 8th races, and he has shown the ability to close. I think More Ice is possibility here at a pretty good price. He is 2 for 3 at Del Mar. Gregorian Chant, another one with just 3 lifetime races, 2 in America. He's another closer. I think you want to take a look at him. And Rajeka, another on the outside, trying to close up the pieces late. Nolde is another with a chance. He can sit mid-pack, broke his maiden 2 races back, and he does get Victor Espinoza in the saddle. This, kind of different philosophies with Nolde. I think he's capable, but I'm not sure he's really primed to win his best race here in this spot at Del Mar. James Cassidy, he can win with a shot at Del Mar, so take a look at this one. Kind of goes up a little bit in class, facing a full field and better horses. Those usually are not a good recipe for winning unless you want to take a good long shot and maybe a pick 4, pick 5, something like that. Synthesis rounds out the field on the outside. He seems to be going off form. Can't really make the case for him making his first start since May. I think there's a few contenders in this race. Gregorian Chant. I think you can also make the case for Nolde. I think Legends of War is going to get bet a little bit. I think Jasikan is going to be one of the top favorites. He's one I'd probably use, and I think he can make the best close in this race. My top selection is going to be Roger That. I think he is going to be a nice price, 10, 12 to 1. I think he can improve a little bit off that 5 furlong sprint, get back to a mile. That 7 furlong race always interests me over from Ireland because usually those courses have played demanding and they play a little bit longer. So a 7 furlong race in Ireland plays to a mile in America, and that's what this distance is. It's a good opening day, 2 divisions of the Oceanside where the turf meets the surf. It's the race of the week. Remember, lots more previews coming up from Saratoga this week. Hit subscribe. We'll get more videos if we get more subscribers. Also, ring that bell if you want notifications. Had a good week last week. We did the Forbidden Apple and the Sanford Stakes if you want to take a look back at those. And we'll be previewing also the Haskell card this week and a few other races from Saratoga and Del Mar as we get into the middle of the summer now and all the tracks start lining up some of their big stakes races this summer. Hope you subscribe, and that's a look at the Oceanside Stakes from Delmar.